So hello, welcome back to Stephen's Fours, and today we're off out for a little drive in the SL. Main reason I'm out today, it's a lovely day, but it has been nice sort of last week or so. It's good because the SLK has gone down to the garage. It's not been 100% white as the one I got at the weekend, so I've booked it in the garage, have a look at it, and I'll probably do a separate episode on that or an update on that soon. So I thought, while I've got nothing in the way and nothing else in the barn, because the SL is always parked at the very back with the SLK in front of it, I thought it would be a lovely time to actually get this car out and about, just to give it a little bit of a drive. It hasn't been out for a few weeks now, so I've been starting the engine regularly, but I just wanted to come and get the engine actually running and get everything running that you can't really do when it's been parked up stationary. So it's just good to get it out, even just for a little drive around. So let's go and do that today. This seems to be a bit of a running theme at the moment on my channel, just giving car a little bit of a drive and having a little bit of a chat with you here. I think it's like the third video now I've done in a couple of weeks where I just take a car for a drive and I've put my phone on a mount and we'll have a little chat about stuff. Now it is a lovely day, but you probably notice I've got the hard top on, and I'm going to use my usual excuse is that these microphones don't work very well if you're in a convertible with the roof down. So hence why I've sort of just left this with the roof up at the moment. It would be nice to hear the exhaust and the engine on this car. However, concentrate down, it's quite a bit of a tight corner. However, you can't hear what I'm saying, so I think you'd rather hear what I'm saying rather than just hear the exhaust and the engine. So how are things with the SL? Well, it seems to be running okay at the moment. It still seems when it gets warmed up, then it starts to play up a little bit. So I think there's still a little bit of effect. It just doesn't seem to run as smooth as it should. So hence why I also want to take it out today, just to get the engine warmed up and see how it's behaving. As I say, just when you get the engine warm, it seems to be playing up a little bit. So must admit, I'd forgotten how wallowy this car is, how it handles a bit like a boat. It's lovely. It's the most comfortable car I own. But I just have to remember I can't take corners as well as the SLK or something like the Alpha. Put our foot down a little bit going up this hill, give a little bit of stretch to his legs. I'm not one for abusing cars. I'm not one for absolutely putting my foot down when the engines are cold and stuff like that. The engine's warmed up now nicely. I do believe you should give, I would say, the cars a stretch of the legs. That you should give them a little bit of a run. Come on up there, so you can do it, you can do it. We've got 200 horsepower, there we go, we kick down eventually. There we are. We can't go too fast, there's a hairpin bend up here. Let's not get too carried away. There we go, nice and gently. It's not a bad handling car, this one. You just have to wear it a little bit softer on the suspension. It does wallow around a little bit. After it's lovely to be back out in the SL. This is the one car I definitely don't want to use during the winter, or the salt and all the snow and ice on the roads. Because they did have a big bodywork restoration, probably about 2013. They had the bulkhead done, and they had a respray as well. So it still looks quite nice. I sort of want to keep it that way, to be honest. So using car winds is a bit of a no-no. Oh, so far so good. The car seems to be running okay. The oil pressure dipped a couple of times, but nothing major. It's not fluctuating like it was before. So we will see what happens. Seems to be okay. It's keeping temperature well. Actually, it's a lovely day today, and a perfect classic car weather almost now. Not too hot. Or is it too cold as well? I have to admit, this is what the SL is made for, just tooting around, doing a little bit of a drive, in nice weather. What else could you want really in life? So what are my plans for the SL this year? Well, it's just to simply use it and enjoy it. I really want to get this car a little more. It has been away sort of not during my ownership. I think it went over the SL shop for well over 6 months. So I really want to actually just enjoy this car and just use it. That's what ultimately a car is there for. So I've got a few shows in mind for it. To get out in it a little bit more. It's going to go up to Shelsley hopefully at some point. Hopefully. Maybe do a few other local shows. I do a little fete in our village. There's a little classic car show. So we'll be probably taking this down to that. There is a prize for that. I'm not going to get too competitive over it. I'm not really a competitive person, but it'd be nice if it won a little prize eventually at some point. Hopefully there'll be a few, mainly local shows. Not going to go too far this car this year. It's just going to stay fairly locally. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to do a separate video on what shows I'm going to and also what cars I'm taking to shows as well. But I thought today it'd be a nice little video just to get out in the SL, show you I've still got it, show you it's actually still on the road. I should probably mention actually it's just had its final MOT. I think it's final MOT 40, comes MOT exempt. I'm still going to MOT this car, as already mentioned, but it's had its MOT, it passed, it's done fine. It had one minor advisory, just sort of monitor and repair if needed on the exhaust, which you already know about this car. It's probably going to need a new exhaust some point in the future, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So a little bit of an update video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, seeing the SL. There's going to be more on the SL coming up on the channel soon, so we're going to leave it here. I'm going to say goodbye for me, goodbye for the SL, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.